So, should you take out a loan? Well, the answer really is it depends. And it depends on a number of things. It depends on why you're going to school, what you're going to school for, what is your financial situation, and how much money do you have saved, and all that type of stuff. And so there really are a lot of different factors going, so I can't give you a definite yes, no, that answer, to that question. However, there's a lot. I can tell you some facts. College loans, in 2010, college loans surpassed credit cards as the biggest unsecured debt in America, and still are at this time. The average student as of 2012 is $21,000 in debt, in college student loan debt once they leave college, with six-figure debt on the rise for the last 4 or 5 years. Owing over $100,000 for taking out loans. You saw the example with David if you watch one of the other videos. The average salary of a recent college graduate is right around $27,000 according to a recent Rutgers University study. It's been going down every single year and took a deep plunge. So it would typically take 11 years for a borrower with a salary at $27,000 to pay off a $20,000, $21,000 debt loan, because again, you have to pay for your own, you have to pay for living expenses and all that kind of stuff. So, so I can't tell you to take out a loan, or not to take out a loan, but I would say if you don't need to take out a loan, you don't take one out. It's just kind of how it goes. And so, but if you are going to try to get money to pay for school, you remember the first thing you want to do is you want to find as much free money as you possibly can. And that, in the terms of grants, is in terms of scholarships, and we have some videos on how to find scholarships, and you can really put a lot of time. I've talked to several students who have paid for all of college just with scholarships that they found, and not sports scholarships, or not like an athletic scholarship. I mean, like finding scholarships, going online, hunting them down, applying to a ton, and we'll give you some tips and some other videos on how to do that. But that's the first type of money you want to get as much free money as you can. The second thing that you want to look for is subsidized loans. And I have this in the other video about what a difference in a subsidized loan and unsubsidized loan is, but you want to look for subsidized loans first, and take as much money from that kind of loans. Then you want to go to unsubsidized loans, and then you want to go to just banks in general if you're going to go to loans. So that should really be your last resort as far as taking out a loan. I also think that students should work to earn their money. I know some of you, if you are a student, you're probably like, work. And I know there are some parents that are like, I don't want you to work. I just want them to go to school and get good grades and all that kind of stuff. And if they're going to be working during school, then I don't want them to go to school. And I suggest you go and watch my time management videos. I've known tons of college students who've worked. I'm going to have a video up on John Bradley, who is one of my students who, worked a full-time job and was the valedictorian at Stony Brook University, and so he worked for me. And he was in the Army Reserve fixing helicopters, and that kind of stuff. So there's plenty of time to get everything done if you really want to get it done. It's not going to distract you that much, especially if you're not having a big loan number at the end of your college years. Plus, the harder you work, if you're putting money into, if you're a student and you're actually taking money and putting it towards your education, you're going to take it more seriously because you're paying for it yourself. It's not coming from someplace else. You're actively an active participant in paying for part of your college. So whether you work or not during the school year, or if you work in the summers, I suggest that every student takes some money out of their own pocket and pays a portion of their own, if not all, of their own college tuition and college fees, just because you will take it more seriously if you're paying for it. It's just kind of how it goes. And you also have to look into what is the eventual payoff. What will your degree get you? As far as that goes. I mean, I've graduated. I graduated with the degree, and I haven't used that degree for anything other than I haven't used it for anything. I mean, there was one job I had that needed it. Was just a requirement to have a degree or 2 years of sufficient. I had a degree in philosophy, and I got a job as a marketing rep because of my as a director of marketing for Kaplan. because of my experience, with sales that I had. So it had nothing to do with, now there was a prerequisite to have a degree, but my degree was in philosophy, it wasn't in marketing. So it was the experience that I had from my job that got me that, and it was just a prerequisite to have a degree or have certain levels of experience. So if you're not going into, you have to look at what you're going into. Now, if you're going to school, if you want to be a teacher, an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer, something like that, where you have you have to get a college degree in order to go into those fields, then sure, obviously, you're going to have to look into how much money you're going to be putting into that. But if you don't really know what you want to do and you're just like, well, I got to figure it out, and finances is an issue, then maybe you go to community college for 2 years and see what you're interested in, and you can transfer later. You can take some classes and find out what kind of field you're really interested in before you spend a ton of money going to college. Even if you have the money available, if you don't know what you want to do, save money and put it towards having money when you're out of college while you go look for a job. And maybe some people have to take. It's not that bad to go and find a job. Maybe you go find a job in the field that you're looking to go into. Most people, when they leave college anyway, they get like an internship. Most of the jobs you go to once you get out of college, they just say, okay, well, that's if you learn college, great. Here's how we do it here. Okay, and they have to retrain you anyway. It's 6 months of training in some jobs, even with you having a degree already. So maybe you internship in a field, maybe you actually go and work in that field and see if it's something that you really like, and you take the money that you would have been putting towards college, or the loans would have taken up, but you take the money that you earn and you take a portion of it and you put it away for college for 2 years. So that way, when you get out of college, you can go right into working and not paying interest. So maybe you're taking money that you are working for, putting it aside, and earning interest on it for 2 years or 3 years, and then you take that and you pay for college, as opposed to going straight into college, taking a bunch of loans out, and then 2 years after college you're paying interest on the loan, so you're paying more money, afterwards, and you still got to do this 2-3 years of working in a field anyway. So, just another thought process at it, and also start looking at starting salaries of the jobs that you're going to be going into. Go on Career Builder or go on to Google and just research. Starting jobs, starting salaries of this career or whatever it is you're looking at, and see exactly what it is that you should be, what your investment is going to be getting you in the short term and in the long term, so you can make a plan, so you know what you can do. So in general, I just want to make sure everyone understands that, remember, one out of 100 people on planet Earth get to have a college experience. Okay, maybe where you go to high school or where you live, everyone goes to college. But on planet Earth, 1 out of 100 people get to go to college. And so, the point being is, college is a privilege. It's not a right. It's a privilege. And having a college experience it's a great thing to have. But again, it is a privilege. So if your parents have saved money and they're like, I'm willing to put you to college and all that kind of stuff, and they're willing to pay for everything, then thank your lucky stars that you have parents that have done that, and pay them back with working hard and getting the degree and not wasting their money. And if they have it and you have to kind of pay for it, well, good, go to work. Go to work, either A, at a job, or B, get to work looking for scholarships and put a lot of time and effort into, if you really want your own college education and you can't do it with the parents and you don't want to take out a ton of loans, then get to work and find scholarships and put money away and do all that kind of stuff and put the effort in. If you really want it bad enough, you can find a way to do it for sure. So that's just how it goes. But I would just recommend that you sit down. I would say parents and students should sit down together, and even if parents are going to pay for everything, just start letting your sons and daughters see what kind of money goes into, what kind of money layout is going on, so they kind of understand and appreciate, what you're doing for them. And students should take an active role in seeing that what kind of investment is being put into your college education. So that way, when you're at college, again, the goal is to have a good time, enjoy yourself, and get the work done and get a degree. So, put a plan together. Make sure you're on the right path and do what's best for you and your family.